That's the wrong fucking drink, you idiot, Jordan. Fucking hell. Oh my fucking god, I wasn't expecting that many people to suddenly pop into here. Fucking hell, hello. I've only got thing open for chat. It doesn't really have to be spinning, but fucking hell, man. Thanks, J Skills, by the way, for the follow. Gets me higher up there, I guess. So shit that my fucking wheel won't decide to work on the game. So, thought, fuck it, let's just comms it. We'll have some fun giving some comms people, and yeah. Thought, fuck it, why not? Imola. Bispy. Hello. Sound like a fucking 12-year-old mush. Jesus Christ. This could be great fun. Come on, people. I've got no words. L-Dot, go away. L-Dot, shut up. Oh, God. To me, I don't sound posh. I've just got a Hampshire accent that just screws me over half the time. But it is what it is, I guess. Well, I guess this kind of gets me up towards the 10 followers marks, which is great. Yay, I'm on the other side of the spectrum now. What fun. Well, whole new experience for me, I guess. But here we are for. Oh my god, I'm gonna butcher this so bad. Season 2, race 2 at Imola. We've got a sprint race. I would be racing right now, but unfortunately, my wheels decided to go and give itself a fucking fit. Because for some reason, my Xbox likes to shit itself. But here we are for Imola. Round 2. Just see what happens, I guess. Alright, who's coming out onto track then? Who we got? Oh, Cam's coming out. Oh, not Cam. Oh my god, I've already butchered this. I remember from last season he was in fucking McLaren. We got Chris out on track in the Aston Martin. Also got JD Skills. JD Skills? Why did I say JD? J Skills. And we've also got... I'm going to butcher that name so bad. I'm sorry, but C2, I'm going to call him that. It helps. In some way, I guess. But there's our drivers out on track coming out. Chris, J Skills, Mercedes driver, Hughesy. I'm butchering these names so bad. Frostnip. I've raced him in one of the other leagues I did. Von Sandel already had a trip through the gravel. Nice one. In his Red Bull. You got setup and also a load of other people. But first driver to go onto their lap as they're coming up to just gone through the chicane, coming into the final 2 corners. Chris, see what lap he can set. And Imola. I would be in AlphaTauri, but I had to drop out last seconds. But coming up to start is flying lap. Turn 1. Very nice from Chris there as the AlphaTauri driver gets out his way. I think that was a Tom. Yep, it was. The driver who's taken my seat for this race. Purple sector 1 for Chris, but he's the first driver to set a lap. We'll start getting... Well, we'll see what he can do, I guess, and see where he can stick his car. Hopefully high up the grid. Yellow flag as Von Sandel has spun it on the exit turn to hit the wall and lost a bit of his front wing. These curves around this track are very, very fucking oof, is all I say to that. As Chris has messed up his lap. Oh no. I guess it's going to be Jay Skills is going to be the first driver to set a lap here at Imola. But this will determine the sprint thing. Oh, maybe not. The Mercedes driver. 1:16.4. First lap, good benchmark. Jay Skills on a 1:18.4. Chris with his spin, 1:35.6. But he can definitely improve on that as he spun it on his lap. I'm guessing Jay Hughes may have got a invalid on his lap. Coming through turn 2 in the new looking McLaren, which I personally love the livery of. So did with the Ferrari as well. I did like the Ferrari as well. But who's the next driver to be crossing the lap? As we have ERL Landis come out onto track in the Alpine. Followed by, I think that is ST up. He's gone with a 1:18.070 as he goes through the first sector split. 4/10 off the pole. 20. Actually, it might be his own lap. Yeah, but butchering this very massively. As a Tom goes to a 1:18.297 to put his AlphaTauri into 3rd place at the moment. But all could change towards the end of this qualifying session as the track evolution goes up and more grip on the track and everything. How is Sedgman, next one to start his lap. Coming down the main straight. Heading down towards turn 1. Well, that is an impressive lap to get a 1:20 dead. Honestly, I rate that. But AlphaTauri driver goes and slots himself into 6th. So AlphaTauri 3 and 6 at the moment. Chris did a better lap into a 1:19.906. I've had a cold recently, that's why I sound like shit. Cam must have had an issue on his lap in the Alpine. Number 2 driver, well, number 2 on his car. 3rd in the league, but yeah. Cam on a 28.242. Starting his, well, partway through his 2nd lap. See how Sedgman does. Purple middle sector on a 52.178 through the chicane, nice and tidy. Make sure you don't run out wide. As here comes the Ferrari driver. Pops himself into P4 on a 1:18.403. Decent lap there from the Ferrari driver. Cam has slotted himself into 4th place, and ERL Landis has slotted himself into 2nd on a 1:17.320. Very close qualifying so far between the top 10 is covered by just over a second. So it's short quali, so few people, I think. I know Hughesy, he's already been out for a lap, but he must have got himself invalidated. Frostnip, he must have also got himself invalidated on his lap. Personally, from experience, this track is very, very easy to get a time penalty at, so I can see this race is going to come down to time penalties, I guess. Who can keep it clean? Personally, I don't think the Mercedes driver, who's in first on a 1:16.4, is going to need to go out again. I think he's secured pole position, in my opinion. Von Zandel going back out after his little spin. He's got an invalid. So he's going to, hopefully, he should regen his battery and go again. As Stone Cold going out for, started his lap, coming down into the second turn 3 and 4, 4 and 5, sorry. End of sector 1, 25.135, decent first sector. Is me the one to watch. People up ahead of him need to move out the way. I think one of them is the AlphaTauri driver. Oh, as the Alpines get held up in the pits, but we're going to go back to Hughesy. He's doing his lap coming up into the chicane, and he's got Stone Cold up ahead of him. Stone Cold with a purple middle sector of a 51.802. As a Tom goes off. Oh, Stone Cold invalidated his lap in the final turn. Oh, that's a shame. I think that might have been pole. Well, I don't know. But Frostnip coming around the final corner. In the Mercedes. Going to be coming up to the line. 17.2. So at the moment it's a Mercedes lockout at the front. And it's 6/10. No, 9. Oh, I can't do maths. Please ignore me. 8/10 separate P1 and P2. And then it's a gap of just about 2 seconds to Shark Guy in the second AlphaTauri down in 12th. So my teammate if I was racing. But still waiting on 3 more drivers to set a lap. Alfa Romeo guy of ERL Tope. He should be, he's just letting the McLaren driver of Hughesy go through to, I'm guessing, complete his lap. Let's just have a look at how he's doing. He's 1.1 seconds down in that middle sector, so probably not the best of laps. But still, as he goes wide in the final turn. Right, let's have a look. Who's going to be setting a lap now? Let's have a look. As the Alfa Romeo guy comes down into turn 1, through turn 2, and into turn 3. Going to do a quiet lap so you guys can enjoy it. Hang on, I'm going to completely interrupt that. As the Mercedes driver goes even quicker on his lap, a 16.229. As the Alfa Romeo gets a little bit of oversteer on the exit of the hairpin at the end of sector 1, starting sector 2. But what a lap by Kraz. I do miss this Mercedes massively. Audio cutouts, because that's what my Xbox is like. Audio cutouts as well. Fortunately, I don't have the cool app that I could see if anyone was improving. Alpine guys come to start his lap. Set up. He's coming to set up his lap. See what I did there? Man, that was great. That was awful joke. As AlphaTauri guy in 11th place now on a 1:19.471. I've only just clocked that. Now it's a real chance of who can improve and who can't. But at the moment, still Mercedes 1 and 2 from a Alpine of ERL Landers. Then you got set up in 4th, Cam 5th, Yuzi 6th, Tom 7th, Sedgman 8th, J Skills 9th, Paul FC 10th, Chris, who I know is the Shark guy, in 11th. Then you've got Chris in 12th. So you've got two Chris's, one in the AlphaTauri and one in the Aston Martin. ERL Tobe, who hasn't really set a decent lap, but he's currently sat 13th. Von Zandel in 14th, and Stone Cold, who I'm guessing is starting his lap, or has started his lap. Yep, started his lap. Hopefully, don't get invalidated into the final corner again. But coming up to the final 4 minutes of this session. 4 minutes 40 left as the Aston Martin driver gets out the way of Chris. Chris gets out of the way of him and the Haas driver of J Skills. So at the moment, still Mercedes front row lockout on a 16.2 and a 17.2. Then you've got Landis on a 17.3. Sedgman on a 17.6. Cam on a 17.8. Set up on an 18.0. 18.2, 18.2, 18.4. Stone Cold comes up to the line, plops himself into 6th place behind Cam on a 17.9. Decent lap there from the Ferrari driver to slot himself into 6th place in that Ferrari. Prefer it with the special livery. But yeah. Oh, who's just set a lap? Moves himself up into P4 on a 17.6. Von Zandel slots himself into 12th on a 19.1. Just answering some snaps, don't mind me as but looks like top 5 happy with where they are, unless they're putting new tyres on and about to get out onto track. But Stone Cold probably going to box for a new set of tyres and then go out at the end of the session. Let's have a look at J Skills. Oh, J Skills has spun it at the fast double left-hander. I'm trying to think off the top of my head what this track is like, but this track is one of the good ones. So drivers coming out onto track for the final runs of the session. Frostnip, one of them, who is currently 2nd place, wants to out qualify his teammate, but his teammate's out on track now, probably going to want to go even quicker than what he has already done. Let's look out for the Alfa Romeo guy down in 15th. Look out for a few drivers, still probably improvements in their laps to go, but we're going to stay on board with Frostnip for this lap. But he's got a McLaren driver of Let Up coming on to his lap. So I'm gonna let you guys watch this and listen to the pure sounds of F1 of the game, which is shit in my opinion. But oh, maybe not. Good thing I looked up. But Frostnip going onto his lap. I'm gonna take it through a lap of Imola. Frostnip abandons his lap, clearly wasn't going quick enough on his lap as Landis goes on to his final flying lap with 2 seconds left of the session to go. So it looks like Atomic, J-Skills, Tobe's gone up to a 118.5, puts the AlphaTauri driver on a 19.4 down into final place. Oh my god, I can't English. Last place here at Imola. But, oh, Cam's done a whoopsie and lost his front wing on the exit of turn 2. So that's his qualifying session done and dusted. Stone Cold C has completed his lap on a 17.9, so couldn't improve. Sedgman coming through the final chicane with Chris as a 15.7. That is definitely pole position for him. A 15.7. What a lap from the Mercedes driver. We got a sprint race coming up, so that's going to be entertaining to watch between him and Frostnip. If Frostnip can stay on him, but it could be an easy win for Karras. That means he'll be on 2, well, depending on what this qualifying session does. Landis abandons his lap as well. He slots into 3rd place in the Alpine. So Mercedes front row lockout from Landis, Sedgman, Paul, Cam, who's lost his front wing, so I know he won't be improving. And that's literally who we're waiting on, just Cam. But that's your grid then for the Imola sprint race that is coming up probably in about 3-4 minutes time. But astonishing lap from the Mercedes driver. Ooh, this could be spicy for the race, as I've just had a message through from someone going on about the weather. So qualifying was dry, as we can see. Full session quite dry. Sprint race, heavy rain for the sprint race. This could be entertaining for all of us. But that's your grid there then. Mercedes front row lockout. 1.5 seconds the gap between 1st and 2nd. But the race could change everything, as it is a completely wet race. Bollocks, I missed it. Oh well, I can get it back on the stream. I was trying to fucking get the qualifying results. Bollocks. Oh well. Shit happens in my opinion, but life is life. And the race is overcast. Quick 5-minute break. We'll be underway in 5 minutes time. Oh, I really wish I was racing right now because thanks, Lazy Legend, for the follow. But oh man, this could have been if I had a rubbish qualifying session. I could have been fucking lightning quick in this weather. Every race, if you go and watch RNG Warrior stream, he watches over the NPC and Division One league and the NPC part of the of TTL and the Division One. So Division One are currently doing this track as well. Cam, cheers, mate. But honestly, this could have been really good for me. I'm super quick in the wet for some reason. Belgium, look at the NPC. Yeah, fantastic race. But honestly, this could have been really good for me. I could have got myself a good position for the championship, but shit happens. But Jesus Christ. Getting ever that closer to fucking 10 followers, I guess. Nearly hitting it. But should be getting underway in a minute. No formation lap, straight into it. Heavy rain. Oh, this could be entertaining. This could be anybody's race to win. Probably, I think it's 11 laps we got, and then a 26 main race, I think. But I guess good luck, you lot, and have fun in the race, but just see what happens. Just that guy who's first is insane at Imola. It's like it's his home track. Cheers, Cam. 11 laps, then 32 lap race, he says. So I was right with the sprint. It was just the main race I wasn't right with. But thanks for the follow. Docs? I don't fucking know at this point. But yeah. Oh wait, I'm so dumb. I am actually so dumb. So I've paused my stream on my computer and it says 11 laps of 32. I didn't even bother looking there. I'm an idiot. I'm actually a fucking idiot. Yeah, Cam, you are right. Yeah. When Ferrari got the wrong weather delivered by DHL. Dropped it, hid it, and lost it, mate. That's what it is. Oh, this is going to be an entertaining race to watch. Oh, I'm really so gutted I'm not racing, man. But, yeah. 11 laps. 11 lap sprint race. Won't be a pit stop because it's raining. And then we got a 32 lap race. Could be a good one to watch. I guess good luck if you're watching. But here we go. Mercedes front row lookout with a AlphaTauri starting in third place from a Ferrari, and then everybody lights out and away we go here in Imola for a full wet sprint race as the Alpine of Landers gets alongside Frostnip into turn one. As we better get all this shit up. But all the Alpine sideways. We got a spinner. No. Everyone saved it, as you can see. No stop in this race. Yellow flag sector 1. Looks like Chris has gone for a whoopsie. On the exit of turn 2. Yep. Chris is at the back. Stone Cold is 14th. Looks like Tom's had a bit of a struggle. But Frostnip has had an issue into the hairpin. He's fallen down to 9th place. Partway through this first lap. Both Alpines are third and fourth. Cam's fourth. But as it stands, Paris leading by just over 3.1 seconds now. From Sedgman, who's had a brilliant start from fourth on the grid to be into second place. But the biggest gainer out of all of this is Von Zandel, who has worked his way up 8 places on this first opening lap here at Imola. He could be running a wet setup, but it could be dry for the race. You never know in these circumstances, as it says Ozarcast. So we might have a little bit of rain in the race, as Tom has had major problems towards the end of the first lap. But as the first lap ends, we got Karras in first, from Sedgman, from Landis, Cam, Von Zandel, Paul FC, Jay Skills in the Haas, followed closely by Hughes, Tobes, setup. I don't know how you say his name in the McLaren, but he's going for a move around the outside of turn 3, around the outside of the Alfa Romeo of Tob. Keeping it very, very good racing from these two drivers. Oh, a bit of contact as the Alfa Romeo gets spun around on the exit of the second chicane. Both McLaren and Alfa Romeo both spin on lap 2 as the leader is checked out by just over 3.2 seconds now from Sedgman. Then you got Cam in third, who's got past his teammate, which I'm guessing who spun as he goes through turn. Oh my god, I should have got my fucking history and shit up, shouldn't I? But top, well, I can't even say top, whatever's stayed the same. It's literally just the leader stayed in the same place, and Paul FC, who's also stayed in the same place, as we have a virtual safety car. What for? Probably Chris with no front wing. So we're under virtual safety car conditions here at Imola in the full wet, as Chris has lost his spun somewhere and completely lost his front wing here at Imola. Predicted stop strategy, as you keep seeing. No one's got any penalties as of yet, but Chris into the pits, and a Tom, as was that big contact coming into the pit lane between the two. Chris has got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Unfortunate from him. I know what this game is like with its penalties. But 4.3 second lead to Sedgman is Karras got. Cam in third. Frostnip for a drive-through penalty for speeding under virtual safety car. That's unfortunate for the driver who started second on the grid for this Imola, I can't speak. Imola Grand Prix, as we are on board with Cam coming down through the middle sector, holding it very nicely. But still, as it is, the Mercedes driver in first from Sedgman is in the Ferrari, then from Cam in the Alpine, Von Zandel in the Red Bull, Paul FC in the Aston Martin, doing very well to keep his position, Hughesy in 6th, Jay Skills in 7th, as we got yellow flags for Landis, who spun, possibly on his own accord, possibly with help from someone. Is Frostnip going to take his drive-through penalty this lap, or is he going to wait a couple more laps and take it when there's a gap? And Frostnip is taking his drive-through on this lap. He's going to come out as Stone Cold sets the fastest lap on a 31.4. But we haven't seen the leader on his true pace, as that is the end of the lap that's just been under virtual safety car. So he would have been able to have a bit of fun as Chris in the Alfa Tauri has just spun on the exit of turn 1. Another virtual safety car, which helps Frostnip quite well here, as he's just taken. Oh! It's a full safety car we have here at Imola. I don't know why this could be a full safety car. No one seemed to retire. Possibly because Chris in the AlphaTauri spun it. You never really know with this game. Their safety cars and all that is very glitched. But that will close down the pack, and that helps out Frostnip and Chris substantially. And a Tom in the AlphaTauri. They help out massively. Here at Imola, as we're on lap 4 out of 11, coming on to 5, the leader is. I wonder if anyone's going to jump into the pits and get fresh tyres for the restart. I highly doubt anyone is going to do that. But it could help, as we're on board with the Mercedes driver. It's a weird safety car period to have. It could be because weather conditions are a bit shit, but that was a possibility in the files that you could get that. But no one seems to be jumping into the pit lane, as we get a lovely view of the Aston Martin safety car. Oh, Jay Skills pits from 7th place. I'm guessing to see if he can try and make some moves on some drivers on the restart. Or he's got damage, courtesy of some contact earlier in the lap. Yep, no front wings. That possibly why our safety car we have. Landis into the pits. No front wing change. Intermediate tyres for Landis. It looks like very heavy rain still, so it might be time for Inters. You never really know. So could we see an OP strategy just come out, or has Landis made the wrong choice? Here on lap 5 out of 11. I'm going to go slightly quiet for a second because my controller battery is low, which is great fun. But I'll let you listen to the sounds of F1. We go back to the leader. Yeah, here we go. Have a look on the race director. See what's going on. Let's have a look. What's been going on? Oh my god. I'm not going to show that, but I clearly am. Holy shit. Still looks like we got another lap under the safety car. I'll just say it again, guys. Thank you for the follows. I was only on 2 before I comes on this, but as we're on lap 6 now out of 11, so we're only going to have about probably 4 laps of racing here at Imola in the full wet. One driver risking it on the intermediates. There's a Tom and Chris swapped positions. I'm guessing because one of them spun or being very slow. Chris, come on, get your ass in gear. Let's go. These conditions are very hard to drive under. As Chris got a 5-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. I'm guessing for not letting a Tom through. Is the game glitched? Because them two keep swapping places, and Chris has got another time penalty for whatever. Probably ignoring yellow flags for not giving the place back. The driver I'm really looking out for here is Landis, who is on the intermediate tyres. I don't know if that will work. We guess we'll see after the first racing lap. But it's looking entertaining, this one. This could be a real game changer of a race. 10-second time penalty for Chris, unfortunately. It's a big shame for him, but I'm guessing 5 seconds of that won't count because of what's happened. But the bigger winner out of this, I think, is Von Zandel, who's moved up from what, P13 on the grid, and is now sat in P4, which is great. Looks like the safety car might be coming in this lap. No, still one more lap of safety car. So we're going to have a 3-lap dash to the end. Could this be Harris's race? Could it be Sedgwick's race? Could it be Cam's picking up the pieces in 3rd place? We never really know until that checker flag falls on lap 11 out of 11. Here at Imola. I'm going to have to start searching up fucking Imola shit, aren't I? Because I can't really keep talking if there's a safety car. I need some history to talk about. It's unfortunate to see what something has happened. But the top three of the championship, sorry to boast, but I think that's going to change massively now, because the highest driver that is actually racing, I don't think is anyone in the top three. Because if I'm correct, who hang on, I'm just gonna look. So at the moment I'm first because I won at Australia. Not trying to boast or anything, but Cam's gonna jump a lot of us here, I think, because he's currently sat on 21 points and he's sat in third place. So Cam could be leading the championship after this weekend. Because none of the Williams drivers are racing today either, so this could, as a safety car is coming in on towards the end of lap 11? No, lap 7 out of 11 here at thing. I didn't see a Tom get a penalty, so that could be for a thing. When's this Mercedes driver going to go? Is he going to go now, or is he going to go on the exit the final corner? Excuse me. As here we come to restart this race after a safety car period here at Imola. Coming down the main straight as the Mercedes driver takes off and goes down towards turn 1, followed by Sedgman. Cam, who's trying to make a move on the Ferrari driver. Down into turn 1. Can he make a move into turn 1? We'll see what happens. But very cautious. A little bit of contact between Cam and Sedgman coming into turn 1 as we got the Paul SC and Hersey going at it. I've really butchered them names, I do apologise, but it is what it is. Von Sandel sticking himself into 4th place, just following, just to see if he can pick up any pieces of contact from people making contact in these early stages of this restart. The driver really got to look out for. He's already made a move on Jay Skills, as Chris in the AlphaTauri goes a little bit deep, and a bit of contact into the wall goes the Alfa Romeo and the AlphaTauri of Wob Sharp and Top. Alright, Landis, how is he doing on his intermediate tyres? Surely they've got to be a little bit overheating because of how wet it is, but that could be anything, as Landis gets a 3-second penalty and really struggling on the intermediate tyres by the look of it. So possibly the wrong mistake, as Frostnip makes a move up the inside of Steetup, and he got a little bit sideways so he couldn't complete the move into the chicane. Stone Cold sitting himself into 7th place, not moving from his position. The leader's gone off. The leader's fucked off the start of the thing. He's left the session. Uh-oh. That could be a connection problem, as Sedgman has set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. But the leader, who was looking like he was going to win this race from pure pace, has now just slipped away as Von Sandel into 3rd place now of this Grand Prix, 10 places from his starting position. Cam in 2nd place, fighting with Sedgman, looking like Cam might be the quicker driver out of the two, but Sedgman looking very quick up ahead. There's got Sedgman from Cam, from Von Sandel, who could win this race if a bit of contact happens, as Jay Skills has spun on the exit of turn 3. Chris has moved up 1 place. The Alfa Romeo guy there. Unfortunately, the leader in ghost mode, Landis, as Husey gets a 3-second time penalty, running a little bit wide on the exit of the double right-hander. But really, my eyes are drawing to the top 2 fight, as they're getting a little gap, 8/10 between the two. Going down into the final 2 corners. The leader, well, the past leader and the Mercedes driver, has rejoined the session, so possible lag or wheel disconnection. So that means, unfortunately, his race is over. until the main race comes back. But on towards lap 10 out of 11, Sedgman sets the fastest lap by 9/10, so looking like he might be the winner of this race coming down. Von Zandel enjoying his third place from Paul FC, who's looking very quick on his wet tyres, as Stone Cold is chasing down Paul FC. But we've still got 32 laps of racing ahead of us for the main race. This is just only the sprint. So if this is how entertaining the sprint is, we could have a really, really good main race. And especially if the guy who was first first in qualifying has a really good run, he might win this race. Win the race from towards the back of the grid. But Frostnip, after his drive-through penalty, up into 6th place, fighting with Husey, who's got a time penalty. So, them two locking in a battle. McLaren 7 and 8. Then you got Chris in the Aston Martin in 9th, and then a Tom in 10th. But they, unfortunately, all three of them and Landis all have penalties. Landis looking very slidey on his intermediate tyres. It's coming down into on the exit of chicane. Oh, looks like, this is good freeway battle. Chris loses 2 places as Landis tries to move as Cam sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and Landis makes a lovely double overtake on the intermediates and gets past Tom and Chris down into the final 2 corners. But Cam closed the gap just a little bit on that lap to Sedgman. I don't know how you say his name. As Paul FC spins it on the exit turn 1 into turn 2, and also the Ferrari of Stone Cold also spins it. So that promotes Frostnip up into 4th place. Good recovery drive from him after getting his drive through for speeding under VSC on lap 4. Right. Husey in 5th, set up in 6th. I would, if I was set up, back off and push Paul FC back so his teammate can secure the 5th, or he's going to lose more points. Von Zandel looks like he's comfortably got 3rd place. Cam's got 2nd, but it's this lovely fight for for 2nd place, right? Well, not 2nd place, for 1st place, as Cam's closes in by 6/10 of a second. Coming into the final corner, looks like the Ferrari driver of Sedgman has won this sprint race. Great drive from him, up 3 places. Cam in 2nd from Von Zandel unless he spins. Great drive from him come up from 13th on the grid. Frostnip, great drive from him, as we have Sedgman winning from Cam from Von Zandel as he crosses the line now. Frostnip in 4th, great recovery drive from him. Hershey in 6th after his time penalty, you make that 7th. Set up in 5th, Paul FC in 6th. Landis on the intermediates finishes 8th, good drive from him. Chris crosses the line 9th, but finishes 10th. Stone Cold possibly might just get 10th because Chris got another time penalty. No, Stone Cold in 11th. Chris, the other Chris in the Alpha Tauri in 12th. Mercedes driver who started 1st, Carras in 13th. Tov going to come across the line in 14th, but he's going to finish last because of Jay Skill hasn't got a penalty. And that is the sprint race wrapped up. We've got an entertaining 32 laps ahead of us. That was a cool race. Well, a cool sprint race, should I say. Cam, if you're listening, would I choose driver of the day at the end of the main race? Just wondering. But there it is. There's your top 14. Top 14. Lovely drive from all the drivers there. Fortunate we had the safety car period. But it is what it is, I guess. Can only go by what is said, but lovely drive from a couple of the drivers there. Especially Von Zandel moving up 10 places. I know Frostnip had a drive through, but the safety car helped him. But love driving all the drivers. Just see what happens into this main race here. Cheers, Cam. Great fun. What the fuck? Sorry, guys, if you heard that in the background, but that was people in this house being fucking idiots, like usual. But, oh god, I got to pick driver of the day. Fuck. Cam, can I pick comms of the day? I'll choose myself. Sorry, RNG, but look, we started. Oh, we got a dry one, so this is gonna. Uh, info from the guy who was leading. He, unfortunately, his internet decided to go halfway through. That's a pain in the ass. I know what it's like to have your internet go partway through the race. So let's just see how he can react. This can be hard to choose driver of the day. I've seen some great driving already. Man, just see a different perspective to the whole fucking of the whole of this. It's just unfortunate I'm not racing, but I thought why not? I might have to stick with comms because my wheel's not working until I get a new Xbox. It's just weird though because my wheel works on Project Cars 2, Assetto Corsa Competiziano. It works all perfectly fine, but for some reason F1 it just makes it lag the whole thing when it's plugged in. So it's very bizarre. It could be Logitech. It could be fucking could be my Xbox. So the first thing I'm gonna try is my see if it is just my Xbox. But I've got a lot of things on my plate at the moment, but just see what happens in this race, and we'll pick driver of the day at the end, and I'll compare sprint race results and the main race results, I guess. But excuse me, I've had a cold the past like couple of weeks now, getting kind of repetitive for me. But it is what it is, I guess. Can't really do much about it. It's a change of season potentially, but all good entertainment this one's going to be, as I've just received info that we could have a little sprinkling of rain towards the end of this race. So, here we go. Start of the main event, should I say. Race clearly, I put. LOL! My bad. I can't English. Here we go for the start of the Imola Grand Prix here, as we have Sedgman starting on pole from pole position from Cam. Cam gets a good initial launch off the line, coming down into T1. Little bit of contact. Who's that going off in the background? You just see what everyone's tyres are. Cam starting on the hard tyres from Sedgman. Well, Sedgman's on mediums. Looks like we've got a few medium runners, a few hard runners. But looks all clean so far, unless you're at the back of the field. 16 drivers. Desmond. Hello, Desmond. Hello. Desmond in the Red Bull. It shouldn't really be, but we'll let it slide. He's in the Red Bull. But he's going to be one to watch. But unfortunately, my teammates had a bit of a shocker start there, as we've got more yellow flags up ahead. Who's that? Oh, an Aston Martin sliding across the track. That's Paul FC spinning off at the top of the hill, as McLaren of Husey comes up to attack him here, as Paul's just gone straight on just to get out the way, I'm guessing. But Desmond, great start from him from the back. Sedgman still leads the race by just over 6/10 from Cam. Von Zandel in third place. Landers, as the Mercedes driver of Carus has pitted for, what tyres is he going on? Mediums from a front wing change. She clearly got some damage on that opening lap. Same with the McLaren driver of Husey, who's also due a change of tyres, but going on to a set of hards. I love the glitch of where it shows you that they were on hards and it goes straight back onto hards, but you know, it is what it is. But still, leader is Sedgman from Cam from Von Sandel. Frostnip in fourth in the Mercedes. Then Landis, then a Tom, who's doing very well. Desmond, 7th place after starting 16th. Down 8 places Paul, up 7 places Tom. So it looks like this is a good race from everybody. We're going to keep the penalty for Husey for, I'm guessing, speeding the pit lane. But we're going to keep the tyres up on the screen. Bus lap 20.6 at the moment. Cam on 21.2. 19.9 from Frostnip. Hello, Frostnip. Frostnip coming up through the field. He's going to be a driver to watch on this race. Desmond gets blocked by the AlphaTauri driver and spins him, but he pulls off so he can let the AlphaTauri driver go through. Great racing there from them too. Go towards the front as Frostnip has closed down on Von Zandel. Hughes, he got disconnected. Oh no. No, his car's just having a fit in the middle of the fucking track. Apparently he's in the pit lane. That don't look like the pit lane. Chris doing a good job in 10th place. Desmond in 9th. SD up. There it is, 1985. He's sitting in 8th in his McLaren. Unfortunately, his teammates had a bit of a problem. Stone Cold. Here in 7th place. As Landis goes up into 3rd. From Von Santel and Frostnip and the Ferrari driver, the Red Bull driver, battling it out through turn 1, 2 and 3, coming into turn 4 and 5. Landis looking like the outstander out of here. A little bit of contact as Frostnip goes a little bit wide as Von Zandel takes back that 4th place from him. Landis moved up to 3rd. I missed that, but great driving from the both of them. As Stone Cold and what's his face? Oh my god, ST Up has gone a fight in, having a lovely fight. But Cam looking like a really good chance of doing well in this one. As it's an Alpine 2 and 3 on the track right now. Ferrari segment just add a bit of lag. I don't know what's going on here, but the lobby's a bit lagging. That could be me though. But Cam's now apparently in the lead, which is weird. So Cam leading now from Sedgman, from Landis, and looks like it's still battling on for fourth place right now between Von Zandel and Frostnip. Frostnip getting the run. No DRS. Oh wait, no, there is DRS, so he's gonna have DRS and overtake. Coming down into turn 1. Von Zandel takes that defensive line. But he's going to be on the outside for turn 1. Inside for turn 2, as long as he can keep side by side with the Mercedes driver. And Frostnip does that move very, very cleanly into turn 2. And Landis has unfortunately spun it on the exit of turn 3. So his great drive, well, his great position moving and that to 3rd place has now gone to 6th place now. But unfortunately, winner out of that was Frostnip, as Frostnip's teammate on the mediums is setting fastest lap after fastest lap. He's looking like he could do well in this one. There's yellow flags, as I think, who's had a whoopsie? It's Shark. He's had a whoopsie on the exit of turn 5 into turn 6, where Hamilton did his complete and utter stupidity. Well, it wasn't stupid to be honest, but it is what it is. But Cam's still leading by just over 0.5 of a second now. Sedgman 0.5 behind, chasing him down with DRS coming down into turn 1 and 2. He's going to the outside of turn 1. Cam doesn't fight it because he knows he's on the longer tyre strategy, so Cam just lets him back through. He's on the mediums, but Cam is going to try and fight this one back. Going down into turn 4 and 5 as Desmond gets past So Cold into turn 1. Great overtaking opportunity there. Down into turn 1. I think that's the only DRS zone we have on this circuit. As ST Up goes through turn 4 and 5. Comfortably in 7th place, but Desmond looking quick in the Red Bull. He's not supposed to be in Red Bull, but he joined late, unfortunately. Landis sat in P6 after his spin. Top. He's currently sat in P5 with Von Zandel in P4. Frostnip getting away from Von Zandel into 3rd. Oh my god. I never knew commentary could be so fucking hard. I thought it was just saying fucking words when people were racing. But that is life though, isn't it? But Cam, 7/10 behind Sedgman. I don't know when the pit strategy comes into play, if I'm completely honest, because they haven't really said anything about it during this. So if we get a safety car, we might see that. Top looking like the driver to watch out for at the moment. Landis gets past him into 5th place down the main straight with the use of DRS. But the driver that's looking the quickest right now is Karras, but he's got to probably make one more stop because there's no way he's going on. He's going on their mediums to the end, so he's probably going to do a medium soft run. He's over a second quicker than the leaders. So Frostnip doing well in 3rd place after his absolutely shocking, well, not shocking, but his unpredictable sprint race, because he went deep into turn, well, not deep, his controller disconnected off the start, and then he got driving through for speeding on the pit lane, and the safety car helped him a lap later. So he's looking quite strong. He could win this. Anyone could win this, really. Just see what happens. It says Hughes in the pits, but he isn't. He's out on track somewhere, stopped. So I'm not really fussed about him right now. Von Zandel comfortably, can I just say, very comfortable in 4th place. He's 7 seconds off the lead. Lando's closing in. He's 4.2 seconds behind him, but also being very followed, just 3/10 behind Tob. He was 3/10, but now he's gone over a second down that little straight. Turning through turn 4 and 5. Desmond closing in on SD up. So Desmond looking very, very quick. The reigning champion from season 1. He only got 1 win, surprisingly, but consistency. That's how comes I got 5th in the championship. Because of consistency. I got 2 wins at Japan, the sprint race and the main race. And then I got a win at Australia for the first round of this, and then my wheels just gone fuck up. So we could potentially be a fight back for me in round 3 if it's possible for me to race. It's nice though to watch these guys race. So I did come in. When did I come in? I came in Austria, and that was the first one, and we had I am Glenn on comms. He's unfortunately had to take it out as we were on board with Desmond coming down the main straight with DRS wide open. Not using his overtake, so he's possibly going to make a lunge. Here we go. Moves out. Fake a dummy to get SD up to defend, but SD up soaks up that pressure very, very nicely. Coming down into turn 4 and 5 here. Makes a little mistake. SD up goes wide onto the gravel, and Desmond goes around his outside as Landis gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. We're probably going to see more of that later on into this race. But very, very good racing so far. We're only on lap 9 as Cam gets a penalty for multiple warnings as well. As I suspected, we're going to get more and more and more as Frostnip has closed right onto the back of Cam. 5/10, just over a second separates the top 3. So looking like the fastest driver right now is the Mercedes driver off Frostnip. So Cam goes a little bit wide out the final corner. Could give Frostnip a good chance of overtaking him down into turn 1. But Cam's got that DRS wide open as they're both travelling at about 320 odd kilometres an hour down into turn 1. We've got a yellow flag as Desmond spun it on the exit of the final corner. The great drive he was putting together has now just gone back downhill, unfortunately, as the Tom closes in. But that's not really what we need to focus on, as we got the fight for the lead right now. Cam attacking Sedgman through turn 6. Coming up to turn 7 and 8. Still got 22 laps of this race left to go. Top 3 leading over Van Zandel by 9.4 as Cam is getting overtaken by Frostnip down into the chicane. They give each other enough space, but Frostnip takes the better option and backs out of it. Unfortunately, this is going to be a good fight between these. Excuse me, I do apologise. Holy shit. Still got to think of my driver of the day as well. But we're not towards the end of the race. Anything can happen. To be fair, Taras, look at him. 11th place. He was 16th after that one. So, good drive from him so far. .6 separates the top 3. Coming through the middle sector now. The fastest driver out of the 3 of these, just based on fastest lap, is Frostnip. As Sedgman comes through. Turn 8. No, turn 12. Frostnip gets closer to Cam through that middle sector. Great shot of the Ferrari, Alpine and Mercedes coming through the chicane where Leclerc unfortunately had his little whoopsie in the race. Is Frostnip going to make a move up the inside? No, backs out of it. But Might see what happens with these guys. I reckon the medium runners will start to pit roughly lap 15, lap 16. And then they go the rest of the race on the hard tyres. As Tob gets past Landis, sorry. I can't English. Landis gets back past Tob. This is as Chris gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. As we're coming down into... As we come down into... turn 1 and 2. As we can see, 10 lap for Carraz on his mediums. J-Skill 11. Top 10 separated, well, not separated, but 11 laps. Von Zandel being reeled in by Landers and Tob. How is Desmond doing down in 9th place? He's making moves. Hughesy has rejoined, so I don't know where that will rejoin him because he's been lagging. So he possibly might be, for all we know, he might be lapped down, he might not be lapped down. As Stone Cold C gets a time penalty for multiple warnings as well. But this is what happens. This track is very cruel on the time penalties. This is what you got to do. Just keep yourself neat and tidy. No penalties. You should be good. As we're coming on to lap 13 now. As Frostnip, I didn't even notice. Frostnip has got past Cam. And Cam's gone deep into turn 1. Unfortunately. Got a bit of gravel on his tyres. So it's now a race for the lead between Frostnip and Von Zandel? No. Sedgman. As it still shows Hughesy in 16th place. As we see, lap 14 to 19, like I suspected. Pit stop strategy. Sedgman controlling this race very nicely up there in first place. Very, very nicely in first place. But never really know with this, do we? Until it comes down that final lap, final corner. Do we? We don't. That's the simple answer to that. As a Tom has pitted for hard tyres. Oh, here we go. First round of pit stops as El Sedgman gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh no. Von Zandel 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings as Sedgman goes onto the hard tyres. Cam moves himself up into 2nd place. Von Zandel into 3rd. Landis probably going to get in for 3rd down into turn 1. Dives to the inside. Lovely move from Landis. A little bit of contact going up, cut the chicane of turn 2, unfortunately. Von Zandel comes out on top, but I think Von Zandel has to let that place through. But new leader is probably going to have to pit for some hards in a minute. Which is Frostnip, as we got yellow flags, as Tobes has spun it on the exit turn 5. So he's got Stone Cold up behind him on hard tyres. Anybody really standing out of coming through the field? Sedgman is rejoined in 9th. 5.9 seconds behind his Mercedes driver on the mediums, who's been on them for about 12 laps now, because he pitted lap 2. Cam still 3rd, 3.8 behind Frostnip. Frostnip could be coming in this lap for some hard tyres, which he does. So Cam's going to inherit the lead. Frostnip gets that stopped very, very nicely indeed. And he's going to be going onto the hard tyres. Cam now takes the lead of the race. Landis is going to go for another lap on his medium tyres. So this could well mean... Where does Frostnip come out compared to Sedgman? Has he jumped him? He might have jumped him here. Coming out in pit lane. Sedgman and Frostnip battling out the pit lane. Sedgman gets smoothly past him because he's on warmer tyres, as Frostnip has got to get them hard tyres up to temperature very, very quickly to be in a chance of winning this race. Unless his teammate, who's 4.4 behind, comes up and overtakes him. But at the moment, looking like a two-horse race between Frostnip and Sedgman here. I can't say his name. I know I butcher it. It's fine. Landis sat in second. Cam, he's probably going to be going to about lap 19. Lap 20, probably. Probably lap 20 and then go 12 laps on the mediums. As Jace Gills has spun it. He's in the gravel trap. That is a weird place to spin it, my friend. But it can happen on this game. But back to the front. Landrus going out for another lap. He's going to try and extend them probably to lap 20 and try and see how long he can go on the soft tank. Interesting strategy from him. As Top is in. Frostnip and Sedgman goes through. Desmond's with a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, unfortunately. What's Von Zandel going to do? Von Zandel was already pitted. So, Karas up into 6th. Cam has got a comfortable, very comfortable lead of 12 seconds. Where's that going to rejoin him though, compared to the other two, is a different story. It could mean he might rejoin in, what? Possibly in between Sedgman and Frostnip. Let's just have a look. Probably just behind Karas, actually. I'd say it's roughly 25 seconds because of how slow this pit lane is and how long it is. As J Skills gets lapped, unfortunately. After 17 laps, Paul with 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Landis for a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Unfortunately, this pit lane is really cruel to you guys. I can see that. As Stone Cold takes 2nd place as he is on the hards. 20 seconds is the gap to Cam. As Frostnip and Sedgman are having battle for effectively first on track. Frostnip looking like the faster driver out the two. Coming out of turn 3. Sedgman covering it off very nicely indeed. Through turn 4 and 5. Coming into turn 6. As Karas got boxes for a set of mediums. So Cam will rejoin behind Frostnip. Landis 16.5 seconds behind. Von Zandel in 6th. ST up in 7th. Top in 8th. Maris in 9th. Desmond in 10th. He looks like he's just had a trip through the gravel trap. As I can see evidence of that on his tyres. Chris, he had a bit of a poor start. 11th. The other Chris in the Aston Martin on medium still. Doing a lovely job on 16 lap old medium tyres. A Tom in 13th. Now, Stone Cold is pitted for medium tyres on lap 18 out of 32. For new medium tyres, he's going to come up behind Sedgman and Frostnip and Landrus as Landrus gets past. But when is Cam going to make him break his escape here at Imola on lap 18 out of 32? Is it going to be this lap? Is it going to be next lap? Excuse me, I'm tired. My god. This could be close between the two of them. Now the 3 of them, should I say, because this could be a lovely jubbly battle. Von Zandel doing well. And here we go. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Cam, get the car stopped. Good. No time penalty for you. At the moment, if Frostnip can keep it where it is, he could win this race. As Cam goes on to thing as we have a spinner. for Pool FC, but that's not really what we got to focus on. As the leaders come down the pit straight, Cam is going to rejoin behind Frostnip, comfortably ahead of his teammate by roughly 40 odd seconds, it's saying. Pool FC having another spin, I guess, or Chris. No, a Tom has had a spin. As Karis on mediums got an 18.8 blistering lap from him. Frostnip is 2/10 behind Sedgman on lap 19 out of 32. Going into the closing stages of this race. As Karis gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Karis gets past the ST up into 6th place. Ron Zandel runs a little bit wide out of the second to last corner. Karis sets an 18.1. So Tom gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Yellow flags in sector 1. Karis has spun it. Oh no, the driver that was looking very quick has spun it. And he reset to track when he shouldn't have done. Oh, Karis, you weren't supposed to do that. Not allowed to reset to track, mate. Frostnip with a 3-second time penalty. So now it is a real race for the win now. Between the top 3, Frostnip could have just kept it very neat and tidy and try not to make any funny mistakes that causes him time penalties and that. But unfortunately he's got a time penalty here on lap 21 out of 32, so 11 laps to go. There's Imola Grand Prix, Romagna Dino, however the fuck you say it. I don't fucking know at this point. But looks like a good battle as Frostnip gets a run up the hill to come over the top. Sedgman's still in the lead. Cam watching on from 3rd place just in case something goes off. Landrus, very comfortable 4th place for him right now. Karis has put on the set of softs for the final 11 laps of this Grand Prix. Excuse my hiccup. But still looking like it's Sedgman as ST up gets another time penalty. Cobb as well gets another one as I'm looking back at the stream on my phone, just in case I miss anything. Even though it's right in front of me, but you know. But great three-way fight here now for 1st, 2nd and 3rd place as Cam's just watching on from behind. Frostnip and Sedgman, yellow flags in sector 1 as ST up has accidentally spun it at the exit turn 3. That's causing a lot of people to have proved problems here at Imola. coming into the final 9 laps of this Grand Prix. This is an amazing fight between these 3 drivers. I've still got to pick myself. I've still got to pick a driver of the day, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunate, but still. Everyone but 2 drivers has got a time penalty, but that's the way to do it in this game. Just hope and pray not to get a penalty. But it's really hard at the moment to choose driver of the day. As Cam gets the run on Frostnip going down into turn 1. Easy P2. If he can slot in behind Sedgman and get his slipstream. And he's going to try and round the outside. What? If he can pull this off, what a double move from Cam. Cam, an amazing move as Paul FC has spun it. Or Chris has spun it. Sorry, at the exit turn 3. What a move from Cam into first place. Frostnip into second. Frostnip is now going to try around the outside into turn 6 on Cam. It's a brilliant 3-way fight between these drivers. Amazing 3-way fight. I've still got to pick someone for driver of the day. This is going to be fucking hard at this rate. Come through turn 7 and 8. Into turn... I don't fucking know the numbers at this point. If it was Silverstone, I would have known. But forget all that. There's a clean, fair racing from these boys. Would be good redemption for Frostnip, as he had, unfortunately, had troubles in Abu Dhabi. Oh my god, I'm thinking last season. Let's just see now if Cam can break away from these 2 drivers. But Cam, he could win this, but penalties. Cam's on 3, Frostnip on 3, Sedgman on 5, Landis on 8, Von Sandel on 3, 3 for Stone Cold, 5 for Desmond, Todd for 3, Paul FC for 3, J Skills none, Karras 3, he's on soft, so he's going to be good to watch. Chris in the AlphaTauri, none, as we got another yellow flag. That's possibly, who's that for? Who is that for? Back of the grid. There's a Tom having a trotted time. Trotted time? That's not a word. A bad time in the AlphaTauri, unfortunately. That's still glitch, which is really confusing. I don't even know if he's driving round, to be completely honest with you. Fuck's sake. As now, Karras moves up another place. SD Up's got another 3-second time penalty. Sedgman got past Frostnip as these two are having a battle down into turn 4 and 5. Coming towards the end of sector 1. I don't know why I keep having the spectate menu up. I do apologise. Newbie here, don't worry. Sedgman has now got by Enzo. He's got a time penalty. 3 seconds. Karras on a free stop, but that's because he's had bad luck. And his game decided to disconnect him, or his internet shit itself during the sprint, unfortunately. But 1.6 seconds now for Cam from Sedgman, but Frostnip doesn't really need to fight this, as Sedgman's got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh, Von Sandel! Oh no! Safety car! This could spice it up. Safety car on lap 24 out of 32 here at the Imola Grand Prix. I don't know how you say it in Italian, so please don't question me on it. But unfortunately, safety car on lap thing. Frostnip, Sedgman, Landers, all pits for new tyres. Cam unfortunately went past the pit lane, so he can't up into the pit lane and try and get a new set of tyres. But that's unfortunate for thing. But this could be a spicy end. I don't know what Cam's going to do. Medium tyres for Frostnip. I would have gone soft, what Sedgman's done. Landris on softs. Stone Cold on softs. Trob on softs. Desmond on softs. Wobstra. Unfortunate Von Zandel. It's unfortunate, mate. You're driving a solid race. But AlphaTauri driver stays out on the mediums. Karras in the Mercedes state goes on to the softs. Paul SC on the softs. J Skills on the softs. ST up on softs. Chris on softs. A Tom on mediums, but he's still yet to pass the pit lane, so he could be in for thing. And then you got Hughes, his car that is just glitched. But Cam on the mediums. I just go through the grid order. Well, the grid order? The race order, sorry. Cam from Frostnip from Sedgman. Landris, Stone Cold, Top, Desmond, Chris in the AlphaTauri, Karras in the Mercedes, Paul in the Aston Martin, J Skill in the Haas, ST up in the McLaren, Chris in the Alpha Aston. Fuck me, I can't English now. This race is getting the better of me. It's been a really good race, entertaining wise. Some people got rid of their time penalties, I'm guessing because of stop goes. So, unfortunately, if Sedgman can get past these two, Frostnip and Cam, he could win 2 out of 2. Desmond, no time penalty, sat in 7th. J Skill sat in 11th. He could be up there. This could be very close between the top ranker drivers with literally about 5 laps left. We'll wait for the safety car to put into the pits so we can have a shootout of who will take home the crown for Imola. It's a real shame I'm not racing. I'm really gutted I'm not. But the game's fucked up. Fucked over my wheel and everything. So it is what it is. If anyone does know what to do, please let me know. I beg. Because I really want to race, because this season's brilliant. But if not, might have to give up the seat, unfortunately. And just stick it on comms. Still not as good as entertaining, but driving's better. Looks like we might have one more lap of racing to go, but he's now moving. He's now at the hairpin. What the fuck? I know some of you guys are listening in who are racing, but this has been brilliant racing between all of you. Keep it up. I'm looking forward to, if I can, get back racing with you guys. If not, be good watching over this one, and I might do it for the next one, which is, if anyone is fancying wanting to know, next race. Oh, next one is Spain. We got Imola again for NPC on Thursday. And then also, I think we got a 100% race on Sunday, I think. I actually don't know. Let's have a look. First race. Oh, tomorrow the teams and that are getting selected, but I can't do that. As here we are. Sorry, I just had to play something off. Safety car peeling into the pits here. We're gonna have 5 laps of racing left here at Imola. Cam's going now. We are getting back underway after the safety car restart though. As we're coming down into turn 1, no DRS unfortunately because it's just become a safety car restart. Sedgman looking like he's going to make a move on Frostnip into second place around the outside, trying to get Cam at the same time. He's going to go around the outside of both of them. A little bit of contact between Cam and Sedgman. Cam's off the track. Cam's off. He's been punted off the track unfortunately from him. But the order goes as Sedgman, Frostnip, Landrus, Stone Cold in 4th place. Karras is DNF'd. Oh no, what's happened to him? He's retired on the exit of the double right. Oh no. Or the chicane. Oh no, it looked so promising for him in quali. But Frostnip gets a little snap of oversteer on the exit of the chicane. He's going to get overtaken by Landrus into 2nd place. I really can't tell you who the driver of the day is going to be at this rate because Stone Cold's got another time penalty. Frostnip really made a mistake there by putting on the medium tyres. Cam's down in 10th, unfortunately. He was looking so good up in the lead, up to the safety car. He didn't pit as we come on to lap 20, end of lap 29 here of the Imola Rodriguez Dino. I don't fucking know the name, alright? I botched that. I really did. 5-second time out for speeding in the pit lane for the AlphaTauri driver of Chris. Unfortunately, he probably picked up some damage on that restart. J Skills in 8th in the Haas. Desmond in 6th. As Todd drops a wheel in the dirt, probably. Stone Cold in 4th. I haven't really mentioned him much, but he's been getting a few penalties. But Desmond, out of all of this, could come 2nd place, and he possibly might be my driver of the day because he's gone up 11 places plus whatever else. Landrus up 6, Stone Cold up 7, J Skills up 8. I could give this to J Skills or Desmond, but out of the racing, I've just seen brilliant racing between Frostnip and Landrus. Great fighting between the two. I've got to really start thinking of this driver of the day. This is a hard one to choose. As Landrus comes through. Final corner to start the last lap of this Grand Prix. Oh, it's you. Sorry, that sounded really sus, didn't it? I got absolutely smashed by Shark at the restart. Oh, and Landrus cuts the corner. Oh no, Desmond gets a 3-second time penalty. Oh no, so J Skills might be the big winner out of all of this. If he can keep on the back of this trail. As Sedgman and Landrus battle it out for 1st place. That's a shame to hear, by the way, Karras. It's unfortunate. Could be lag or whatever, but I didn't see it unfortunately, but just saying, don't remember not to. I'm not going to process it or anything, but I think people might see it in the stream, but can't reset to track, mate, unless you're stuck on the curb. But here we go. Stone Cold. Stone Cold has spun it on the exit double right, but that's not really what we got focused on. But Stone Cold was doing a good race there. But Landrus in second, 2 turns behind Sedgman. We're coming down into the final 2 corners. Frostdip in third. Sedgman is going to win this. What a drive from the Ferrari driver. Win the sprint and win the race. Amazing drive. Who's going to take second? Jay Skills takes second place from Landrus, Frostnip, Desmond, Paul SC, Cam. What a drive from all the drivers. Brilliant race from all of them. But I've got to give it driver of the day. I've got to give it to Jay Skills. Brilliant drive from all of the drivers there, but your Division 2 driver of the day is Jay Skill. Great drive from Pete. Amazing drive, sorry, I should really put. Let me rephrase that. Great drive. And he also got driver of the day in game. That's brilliant. Let me just get a picture of the results, but that's all. That's gonna be it for round 2 of 2TL season 2. Great drive from all the drivers. I've enjoyed commentating it, to be completely honest with you. Give me a second. Brilliant. Well done from all the drivers.